I will start with this report from RIA Novosti, which is based on Defense Ministry's latest update about work of air defense systems past night. So during the last night, from 11 p.m. yesterday late evening to 7 a.m. this morning on November 3rd, air defense systems on duty intercepted 64 drones that was launched by Kiev regime with assistance of NATO to strike deep into Russian territory. 29 drones were intercepted over the territory of Rostov region, also 29 drones over the territory of Saratov region. And unfortunately, in Saratov region, according to some reports that I see, some energy facility was damaged. Maybe some drones managed to bypass air defenses, or maybe debris fail on that facility. But according to a number of reports in Russian segment of internet, there was some damage to energy facility in the Saratov region. If any updates on that, of course, later on I will share additional information. 4 drones were intercepted over the territory of Volgograd region, 1 drone over the territory of Belgorod region, 1 drone over the territory of Stavropol region. And this is, as I said, update of Defense Ministry. If any more information will become available about it, of course, I will share reports about it on my Telegram, Twitter X pages, or during the next updates. Also, dear friends, you might be surprised to hear this, but after failed attempt to brought some special forces near Pokrovsk, that happened according to different reports, either on 29th of October or 1st of November. I spoke about it yesterday. I even shared a video where these Black Hawk helicopters were landing. They landed troops, and then Russian militaries neutralized those incoming, basically, special forces of enemy quite quickly. And you might think that, well, lesson was learned by Russian enemy and they would not repeat similar suicidal attack. But no, they did not learn no lesson, by the way. And we have this report today from Vzglyad newspaper that Russian armed forces stopped an attempt to land a new group of main intelligence directorate of Kiev regime near Krasnoarmeysk. Let me give you some details. Russian troops in the Krasnoarmeysk area repelled another attempt by main intelligence directorate of Kiev regime paratroopers to land, attacking the group and inflicting further losses on enemy, reported Igor Kimakovsky, advisor to the head of the DPR. And let me show you area, by the way, where Kiev regime tried to land its special forces this time. So during the previous attempt, a helicopter landed around here, this place that I'm pointing with the mouse, and several members of that special purpose unit was neutralized right in the field, and some of them did manage to enter this building, and they were neutralized inside this building with the drones, right? And I can once again right now show you video of that failed operation of the Kiev regime, in case some members want to see it and did not have the opportunity to view. So this is the video. Take out sound. So on your screen, you can see UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter that landed the special purpose unit. According to reports, this is a special purpose unit of main intelligence directorate of Kiev regime. And then Russian drone operators that were monitoring the situation began neutralizing enemy troops one by one, basically. And as I said, some of them were neutralized in the fields, and some did manage to reach that building that I show you on the map. But Russian drones enter building too, and well, then fate of those so-called special forces were sealed. And yesterday, I did express my doubts that this was actually unit or special purpose unit of main intelligence directorate, or GUR, Kiev regime, because after so many years of high intensity conflict, probably they learn thing or two, right? And they know what can be done and cannot be done. And that's why yesterday I shared my opinion, and this is pure speculation on my part, dear friends, that maybe this unit was not actually from a main intelligence directorate, but from Western secret services, right? Or militaries. Maybe it was a SAS unit or French foreign legionnaires. Just recently, you know, dear friends, Russian foreign intelligence directorate reported, foreign intelligence service reported that Macron ordered its militaries in France to prepare 2,000 strong expeditionary corps to deploy on Kiev-controlled territory. And according to Russia's foreign intelligence service, at least forward units of that 2,000 group was already deployed in Poland, not far away from border with Western Ukraine. And well, if those troops were already in Poland, then why would not, can we speculate that maybe those troops actually entered the Kiev-controlled territory, and because they have no freaking idea what is going on the battlefield, what a high-intensity conflict is, because let's say either SAS, by the way, or French foreign legionnaires, their main experience is coming from warfare that they were engaged in let's say, latest is Afghanistan, right? And Afghanistan was very different warfare compared to this proxy war that West is waging against Russia. And therefore, I think it is a possibility that those are either British militaries or special forces or French special forces could be that reckless, too emboldened, too hyped up, and they're that reckless that, you know, they said, you know what, let us go in towards Pokrovsk and do our thing. And maybe it was those NATO troops, actually NATO special forces, that landed there and were neutralized by Russian forces. Soon, I guess, once whole Pokrovsk-Mirnograd agglomeration is liberated, I guess Russian military investigators will enter this area of landing of this whatever special forces of enemy, and we will learn some more. Because usually militaries have some specific tattoos. They might not have any documents on them, but usually they have some tattoos or something that will give us knowledge. They are from where, approximately, right? But as I said, whichever units were landed a few days ago, they did not learn the lesson, and they try again to conduct this landing operation. And this time they landed in the same direction, but little bit far. So earlier landing place was here, and now they landed in this area, approximately, right? According to reports in Russian segment of internet, and Russian militaries once again were monitoring the situation, tracking movement of this hostile group, and open fire and neutralize number of these or maybe all of them, of these special forces. I have not seen a video of this yet, but maybe today during the day, some military channels will share videos of that incident, and of course I will show you that video in next updates. So yes, Kiev regime and its NATO backers are sending their special forces now to somehow try and unblock Kiev regime's garrison in Pokrovsk Mirnograd agglomeration, and I don't think they're gonna succeed in that. I really don't think so. Only way Kiev regime's forces can escape from Pokrovsk Mirnograd is if there is some behind closed door talks between Kiev and Moscow, and if Kiev will ask Russian side to let their troops out without weapons, without anything. Well, maybe for humanitarian purposes, I don't know, Russian side will consider such a move, That will, of course, minimize casualties on Russian side too, right? Because we are talking about 5,000 plus enemy troops that are encircled now in Pokrovsk, Mirnograd, and to deal with these 5,000 armed, well-armed grouping of forces, even in encirclement, well, it will take time and it will cause casualties, right? So, as I said, maybe there will be some behind the closed door negotiations, and this encircled group will be allowed to escape without weapons, without anything. If not, then they are doomed, man. And only chance they have to save their lives is to contact Russian militaries, arrange a safe surrender, and that's it, really. Save their lives, right? And Russian president, during the recent meeting with the commanders of the Russian armed forces, was very clear in his orders to protect all the basic rights of the POWs. Right, so these POWs, especially ones that are forcefully mobilized, I mean, they will be treated according to Geneva Convention, 100%. Members of neo-Nazi formations, well, they might experience little bit different treatment because neo-Nazi formations are designated as a terrorist organizations, and Geneva Convention is not applied for terrorists, right? But regular troops, that's a whole different story. So that's what is happening in Pokrovsk Mirnograd direction. There is attempts of Kiev regime to somehow create a corridor for its encircled troops to withdraw, but they are failing time after time, and maybe they will continue these suicidal attempts, right? Suicidal landing operations with the helicopters until Russia will just shut down those helicopters. And because in just past several days, there was several instances already when helicopters were deployed. Maybe, I mean, it makes sense to give, I don't know, a couple of hundred of Strela as portable air defense missiles, right? Analog of the Stinger, by the way, American Stinger. Maybe it makes sense to give the troops like hundreds of these Strelas, and they will try to take out those helicopters, even though they are flying very low. But nevertheless, it can be done, right? So that's quite interesting, I think, development. Another group of Kiev regime's, formerly Kiev regime special forces were neutralized after landing in Pokrovsk direction. Also, their French TASS news agency is reporting that Ukrainian soldiers surrendered in the Kupyansk area, and process continues. More and more troops are surrendering, which is definitely good news. Let me show you on the map. Kupyansk is, of course, another area where about 5,000 enemy troops are encircled. This is Kupyansk, by the way, and literally every day, some units of Kiev regime, this encircled grouping of Kiev regime, is trying to escape to reach Oskol River that divides city in two. And one of the latest attempts of some Kiev regime's troops to escape the encirclement while moving towards Oskol River was just in previous 24 to 48 hours. And after taking heavy casualties, this group was forced to go back to their original positions. They still don't understand that they are encircled, right? And some of them at least. And they still don't understand that the best way to save their lives is not to try to escape, because in that case, there is a high chances that Russian militaries will spot them and will neutralize them. Best way to save their lives is to contact Russian side and arrange safe surrender. That's what they should do. Especially, once again, especially militaries that are forcefully mobilized, that are regular troops that did not committed no war crimes against civilians, right? Yet again, neo-Nazi formations and the foreign mercenaries are a different story. Geneva Convention is not apply on them, but regular combatants, yes, they should use opportunity to surrender. Hello everyone, I hope you find informative and useful this short clip from main news update, and if so, please click that like button and leave some commentary just about anything. It might help to deal with the algorithm and reach wider audience. And if you like my work, in general and want to support to save this media project, you can assist through several ways. You can donate to this project through PayPal platform or Boosty, also with the crypto currencies, or you can subscribe to my Patreon page and page on Boosty, where I have quite a lot of extra content on regular basis. All the links are on this video in description box and in the pinned comment. And of course, many thanks to everyone who already helped and continues to support. Thank you.